This video, I want to talk about uncertainty. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of us are in a position of uncertainty where we don't know what's next. We don't necessarily know what's happening right now, but we're taking it by the day. Some of us by the hour. You know what I'm saying? Um, I definitely think we all get put in certain situations to make defining decisions, whether it be whatever your future has in store for you, or whether it's something that maybe needs closure, in your past. Either way, don't be stagnant. You don't want to sit there and not do anything, you know what I'm saying? Because these things are always going to pop up in your brain, especially when you haven't closed that chapter or just come to a conclusion in any kind of way. Um, the mission, though, the mission is to keep going and to stay focused on what you're locked in on, because there's going to be a lot of distractions out there, and there's going to be a lot of things that is going to come your way. That's mission is to throw you off. Like, the mission is to throw you off. So regardless of how it comes at you, how it hits you, you gotta stay locked in on what the mission is. You know what I'm saying? For me, my main mission has been to lose this weight. You know what I'm saying? And one of the reasons I used to always fail at doing it from the previous times I tried is because I didn't have patience. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't seeing progress, and I got impatient, and I would fall off over and over and over again. Now I'm in a position where I know I've said this a few times. I'm down 117 pounds, and when my weight hits a plateau, it doesn't bother me anymore. It used to bother me, but the reason it doesn't is because I know at some point the weight is going to start dropping again. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of us fall off when plateaus happen because you think what you're doing isn't enough, and you start thinking you're never going to do enough to accomplish your goal or, do what you're trying to do. So I just want to be that guy to let you know, to let you see a message that you may need to see, and let you know that it's supposed to feel how it's feeling right now, especially when you're trying. It's supposed to feel that way. You're supposed to go through obstacles. You're supposed to go through distractions. You're supposed to deal with people that doesn't want to see you get there. That's all part of the journey. If it was easy to get to, so many people would be there, and it really wouldn't require too much of a grind to get to where you're trying to go, So that's why I want to just repeat, stay locked in on the mission. Stay locked in on what you're doing out here, because once you lose sight of what's going on, you kind of giving that control to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody you deal with, people that don't have, the best intentions for you, you're giving them the control. And you got to take that for yourself. That's why being your own best friend definitely plays a big part in, I think, everyone's success, because there's going to be a time where you have nobody. Absolutely nobody. And if you don't even have yourself, that's a recipe for destruction. You know what I'm saying? That's a recipe for destruction. I used to be that type of dude that would depend on friends, and I would feed off of company. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I was the one that was providing a lot more than I was getting back from people. You know what I'm saying? And it was a cycle. It was a cycle that I had to lock in on and pay attention to, because I didn't like that the end result was repeating itself over and over again. So I had to make some changes. And slowly but surely, you start piecing things together, and you start reflecting and really locking in on your purpose. And once you realize what your purpose is in this world, then everything that's in your way that's not for that purpose has to go, bro. It has to go. You have to eliminate it. we're not on this earth for too long. You know what I'm saying? And for the time that we're here, we need to maximize our potential. You know what I'm saying? I definitely went through moments in my life, years, maybe a couple decades, where I wasn't thinking, I wasn't focused, I wasn't thinking about my future, I wasn't investing in myself, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things going on that I could have been successful at by now had I just stuck with it. But life started lifing, and if it gets the best of you and you don't have control over your own situation or yourself, like I said, you'll drift off into anybody's hands or anything's hands, and you end up start just doing whatever. And you're not even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of rambling right now, trying to stay on track, which is just to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? That's what this video is about. Stay focused on your mission. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the people you deal with. And don't let obstacles defeat you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're always going to come across obstacles. You're always going to come across problems that need solutions. And sometimes you're the only one that could find it within yourself to come up with a solution. So if this video helped you out in any kind of way, if you received the message that you were supposed to hear today, go ahead and like the video and feel free to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I don't do these videos too much, but I'm working on it. You know, that's all you got to do. You got to put effort toward the things you want to get better at, and this is one of the things I'm trying to get better at, which is talking to you, talking in the camera, and just getting my point across on things, you know. And if you made it this far, I do appreciate you, you know, taking the time to hear me out. And once again, go ahead and like and subscribe. That's going to help the channel out. We're focused on growing here, and hey, we'll see where this goes. I'm Dark Musician, man. Y'all have a good day, and I'll holler at y'all.